The arm for my mic haven't arrived yet, so since I have an arm and a mic,
This is Elon Musk.
but be aware, since I move my hands a lot while I speak, the audio in this video is gonna be super unbalanced and inconsistent, so I'll be talking like this and like this. If you have any complaints, leave it down there in the comments and make me cry. But anyway, let's talk about sharks, shall we? I don't know why, but since I can remember, I've been always fascinated with sharks. I remember being a little kid and turning on my very thick TV on the Discovery Channel to watch Shark Week. If you don't know what Shark Week is, let me tell you.
Shark Week starts Sunday 23rd of July, only on Discovery and on demand.
Shark Week is this annual TV event Discovery Channel puts out every summer where there's exclusive shark content. It is great, and this has been going on for over 30 years. It is the longest TV event ever. Let's think about this. For a big media corporation like Discovery Inc. to put out every summer on the dot a week of exclusive shark content, this means something. It means that even if it is for different reasons, everyone likes or at least cares about sharks in some way. Sharks have been swimming around the public's consciousness for a while at this point, but they only had their big splash in the pop culture consciousness with the movie Jaws, directed by Steven Spielberg and released in 1975. The impact of this movie shan't be overstated. It completely rippled out of the fiction world, and these puns are getting out of control. This movie is very famous and honestly one of my top 10 movies of all time. But it depicted these animals as bloodthirsty creatures, just waiting to munch on you, your wife, your mom, your kids. As a lot of people already know, this is complete fiction and a huge exaggeration of what a shark actually is. Sharks are not bloodthirsty animals. They don't attack humans on purpose. Most bites are non-fatal and they're exploratory.
There is no danger shark, just dangerous situations.
I mean, you know, it still hurts, but it was just for science from the shark's perspective.
Holy!
Let me tell you a story. A long time ago, around 1891, most people were so unsure that a shark could bite a human that a millionaire called Herman... What the f*** is his last name? Ulrich? Ulrichs?
Herman Ulrichs.
Whatever that name might be. He offered around $500 as a reward for who proved a shark could bite a human. Spoiler alert! No one claimed the reward. And this question prevailed till 1916, when 4 people were killed and 1 was injured in 5 New Jersey attacks. These attacks were dubbed at the time the 12 Days of Horror by the media. It was a terrible tragedy for sure, and allegedly, these were the attacks that inspired the movie Jaws. And according to some marine biologists and shark specialists, Jaws was the start of the shark's infamy. This bad name still causes roadblocks to conservational efforts. Director Steven Spielberg himself came forward and expressed regret for his portrayal of great white sharks. And he believes he caused the shark decline in the shark's population. He is quoted as saying, "That's one of the things I still fear, not to get eaten by a shark, but that sharks are somehow mad at me for the feeding frenzy of crazy sports fishermen that happened after 1975. He is scared the sharks might be mad at him. As I mentioned before, this was just a start for the bad press for little Bruce over here. And till this day, mainly during summer season, we are constantly hearing about violent attacks, followed by over-dramatization of said incidents. Shark content has shown signs of being incredibly profitable for media corporations in terms of audiences. Again and again, Shark Week has been going on for over 30 years. But the big problem is, a lot of these media coverings tend to exaggerate and, in some rare instances, made up fake incidents that never happened. But the matter of the fact is, this type of coverage can lead to a very distorted public perception about sharks, and it directly harms conservational efforts by promoting fear and misunderstanding. With this widespread fear of sharks, it becomes common to see people not really caring or showing interest for the safety of these animals, since they are seen as killers and threats. This enables some industries that profit from shark derivative products to keep on causing harm to these creatures. Humans pose a massive threat to the survival of these animals with illegal hunting, commercial fishing, trophy hunting, and the worst of all, the shark fin trade. This one being one of the most damaging ones, which literally consists of a shark being pulled out of the water, having their fins cut off while they're still alive, and then being thrown back in to die. And since a lot of sharks are obligate ram ventilators, meaning they need to move in order to breathe, these sharks die and sink to the bottom without ever being eaten, making this already shameful act even a bigger waste.
Shark finning is really one of the most cruel and wasteful industries that humans have devised. I don't need to explain why it's cruel to basically cut off the limbs of an animal while the animal is still alive. They throw away 95% of the shark, which is a huge waste.
But now you ask, who buys shark fin to begin with? What's the point of buying shark fin? Shark fins are, in a lot of places, considered to have medical benefits, such as increased fertility. This is hilarious, because it's so ironic. Shark meat is so high in mercury, it can actually make you infertile. Be me. Eat shark soup. Expect pee-pee to go brew. Erectile dysfunction. Another thing is, sharks are primarily made out of cartilage. They don't have bones. I mean, they have cartilaginous bones, but you know, not a lot of benefits there either. But now you say, maybe it's because of their taste. Maybe shark fins taste good. Maybe shark good in tummy? Guess what? Another waste. Shark fin soup is considered a delicacy in a lot of Southeast Asian countries, with connotations of wealth and prestige. So basically, it's a flex dish. Eating soup to flex on them haters, basically. But no, shark fins are not used for their flavor, but actually for their texture. They don't taste like anything. Pee-pee no worky and still hungry. But how endangered are sharks really? Well, look at this graph. More than 70% of the global shark population have been killed since the 70s. And around 70 to 100 million sharks die every year. This is f***ed up. But with this becoming a worldwide concern, maybe there's some hope in the way. My camera died, and this is being recorded a week after my last clip, and my hat is backwards to show the passing of time. For continuity's sake, I chose to wear the same Jaws t-shirt. In the last few years, a lot of efforts have been done to prevent extinction. In December of 2010, the US Congress passed the Shark Conservational Act, which prohibits shark finning in all US waters, which is pretty cool. The EU also banned shark finning and made that all fins must be attached to the respective bodies. This caused shark finning to become less common both in Europe and the US. However, these bans have little impact on a global scale. Sure, it's less common in US and Europe, but it is still really prevalent in some countries. But thankfully, the Chinese government has banned shark fin soup from all state banquets. Since it is a flex dish, having the government stating something along the lines, "Soup not a drip anymore, y'all," caused the consumption of shark fin soup to drop by around 70 to 80% since 2011. Although these bans are great, these are just a few places, and a lot of other places still indulge in this practice.
You know, sharks, we have to protect them. I said, wait a minute.
But why save them, you ask? Sharks have been on this planet for over 400 million years. They first appeared during the Devonian period. In translation, sharks are older than freaking trees, my guy. And it would be a shame if some kind of bald monkey decided to kill them all just to flex on them haters. Sharks are really cool, like scientifically proven to be the coolest. But although we all agree they are the coolest, why is shark important? Come here. Sharks are near the top of the food chain, so maintaining shark populations benefits the whole ocean. Sharks keep the other populations in check by hunting them. This prevents the spread of diseases because sharks prey on the weak and sick individuals of other populations of animals. This makes the whole ocean healthier. Surprisingly, sharks provide more income alive than dead. It is speculated that a shark produces around $200,000 in their lifetime from people paying to see them in the wild. That's so much more than what their dead bodies would be sold for. So in conclusion, these sea puppies seem to be in a little bit of a sea pickle. It is funny. The sea pickle joke is funny. Shut up. Now, I bet you're asking. If you're not asking, you should. But Johnny, how can I help? Well, Daddy got you. There are a lot of charities dedicated to protecting sharks and other marine life, such as the Patio Air Foundation, Shark Angels, Oceana, Sea Shepherd, and a lot more. Each one is helping massively to protect these animals. Feel free to make any contributions if you feel like it, or just follow them on social media and keep up with their amazing work. Can you imagine how boring it would be to live in a world without sharks? I need my yearly dose of Shark Week. Please don't let them disappear. Thanks for watching. This video took a while to make, but it was definitely a necessary one to me. I always wanted to make something related to this topic since it's something I deeply care about. If you like what you saw, stay tuned. More videos like this one are on the way, and see you next time.